Sorry, I was being cameraman instead of sidekick. So we're back outside again. We're going to finally get to these cattle yards around Mocca's shed. So the reason we're getting stuck into this today is because the animals are walking through the pumpkin. You can probably see a couple of tracks there, and they're starting to eat the tomato as well. So getting this fenced off is pretty urgent if we want our permaculture produce to survive. I have to say I'm pretty excited about the way that the pigs have planted these pumpkins. From feeding the pigs our leftover pumpkins, they're eating the seeds and not completely masticating them, have pooped them out, and the result of that is that the pumpkins have grown in the piggy poop and created this beautiful pumpkin patch, and along with that, plentiful tomatoes to be picked as well. Definitely recommend permaculture and nurturing your pig areas so that they can come through, plant your crops to feed themselves. So it's really exciting to see this happen, and we really want to protect this by making sure it's fenced and we can grow another round of pumpkins to feed to the pigs. For those of you who are following our early release Brumby bailout videos, you'll know that we've totally revamped these cattle yards from this build, from using them to milk Betty to accommodating 2 wild Brumbies who we're handling to rehome as riding ponies so that we can save them from slaughter by Australian Parks and Wildlife. If you want to see what we're doing with the Brumbies, a couple of videos to look out for on our channel. I'll put a link at the end of this video for you and also in the description. So we're going to take out these star pickets here, put down some timber that Rob's been milling in the timber yard, offcuts from the big trunks, put the fence panelling back in and create a nice little nursery or cattle yard or maybe even a sheep yard if Maggie and Jazzy don't keep the noise down. I've been warned. Quick update what we're up to with all of the animals on the farm. Eve's very heavily pregnant and about to drop her litter any day now. The chickens are laying approximately 7 to 10 eggs a day, and Georgie boy, the rooster, is very busy with his girls. The guinea fowl are starting to pair up. We're starting to see some mating behaviours between them. Betty has come into season and come back out again, so she's been a little feisty. However, we are holding out to Christmas before we put her next door into the paddock with the bull to have her serviced and look forward to a new calf in the new year, not in winter. Jazzy, the little lamb, our latest addition, she is feeding really well on Betty's milk and gaining weight quite well and is very settled and starting to go out into the field with Maggie, who's just amazing. Maggie is finally drinking water. The last few days we had some issues weaning her from the milk bottle to drinking water from a bucket, so I've had to give her water in a bottle just to keep her from dehydrating. And so what I did is just feed Jazzy at the water bucket with Maggie, and every time Maggie tried to butt in and get Jazzy's bottle, I would just direct her to the bucket and continue to do that every time I fed Jazzy. And in the last 2 days we've seen Maggie with a little encouragement to drink water from the bucket, so that's a huge relief. Rocco just enjoying his retirement. The wild bird life is going great as well. The magpies are building their next nest. Their 3 young from last year are still hanging around with us, which is wonderful. We can hear them singing every day. Kookaburras let us know the sun's coming up each morning. The 2 male pigs are constantly playing, so they're really happy in their cells, and they're also ready to be moved shortly too. They've really rotivated this one quite well already. That will be coming up soon, moving those guys. Eve we're going to keep where she is because she's ready to have her litter of piglets. We've got her pen set up especially for those, and we want to keep her settled. She's starting to nest, so she'll be staying where she is. Alright, here comes Rob with the quad and the girls, and we're going to get stuck into this fencing. Sorry, I was being cameraman instead of sidekick. Maggie tantrum. Mothership, aka Quad, left without her.
This one.
Yeah, you don't have to debark that one. Give your elbow a break.
Mm.
You both have Nilka's elbow. And a fancy gate to keep Rocco out while milking Betty. So we've just secured this panel across here to the guinea fowl cage. That's going to be great because it's going to stop them going round and round and round before they go in. This is protecting the pumpkin so the animals don't go through anymore. We're going to do the back side as well, stop them coming in. There's quite a few tomatoes growing in here. We want to protect from the animals as well, but this is just looking great. So here we are around the back of the guinea fowl cage. We've just put this panel across to here. We're going to come from the back of the cage across and block off as much of this pumpkin patch as we can, just to stop the traffic going through and back. But cattle yards there look great with their little posts, don't they?
Take care of yourself and live gratefully.
Well, there we go. Pumpkin protected.
Keep yourself
Cattle yards done. Well, started really, isn't it? Taking out the termite infested log. Now to give the pig planted permaculture pumpkins plentiful pumped pampering.
Live gratefully.
Oh, Georgie.
Keep yourself in good times. Keep yourself.
Good girl. That's a good girl, isn't it, eh?
So the final job today is milking, long day, hot, watering the garden. So it's all coming on nice and strong. How was that? So yeah, so water the garden, have a beer, cook dinner. An amazing, amazing day. God, this life. Dream. Living the bloody dream. I only come up here to do some computer work. That's the office for the day. Eve's drinking the beer. Uh-oh. That's your beer, right?